Hello everyone, my name is Ryan or MandRproductions, and welcome to the very first episode of Real versus Fake LEGO. This is going to be a series where I take a look at a real LEGO set and compare it to a fake LEGO set, whether that be Lepin, LELE, or any other number of fake knockoff brands. In this case, we have the Star Wars, aka Space Fights, LEGO 75078 Imperial Troop Transport. It was originally released in 2015 for $13 US, and that's what I paid for the real one. The fake one cost me about $7 on eBay. However, if you bought it from China, you could probably get it for cheaper. So you're looking at about half the price, though, for the fake one as opposed to the real one. In this series, though, again, we are going to go through some of the minute differences in the pieces, the builds, any of the minifigures included. So it's going to be an interesting series, and I hope you guys do support it. So if you do enjoy the fake versus real or real versus fake LEGO series, go ahead and drop a like on this video and leave a comment down below of what fake LEGO sets you would like me to compare to the real ones. Here's a look at the back of that instruction manual, and I believe this is LELE. I can't really see what that logo is, but it's the fake, one of the fake knockoff brands that basically steal LEGO sets, which I think is despicable. I think fake LEGO is an absolutely terrible thing. You can see the whole collection here from 2015 of all the fake knockoff sets that they produce, so you get an idea there of what you're getting into. It looks like we have a complete set, though. It looks like everything's here. It was the exact same build as you would expect. It's got the knockoff instructions here that literally just took LEGO's instructions and copied and pasted them, and took out the LEGO watermark or LEGO logo off the bricks, obviously, but other than that, it's exactly the same. So I want to go ahead and take a closer look at the minifigs included in the fake set to give you an idea of what you're looking at compared to the real set. So here's a nice up-close look at the real and the fake minifigures. On the left, we have the real minifigure, and on the right, we have the fake minifigure. So besides the obvious difference in that the print looks a little bit different, you can also tell it when you feel it in hand. The fake one just kind of feels different. It's definitely noticeable when you have both of them to compare. It might be a little bit hard to tell on camera, but it is pretty easy in hand. Again, these ones right here are all fake. They also have a black kind of piece there instead of the gray one that the real one has. So the real one, you'll get a gray piece for the stud shooter there, and the fake one will have a black piece. And another thing to note is that the fake versions, the stud shooters, are really hard to get to go together. So the studs are really difficult to get in there to begin with. Like, I have to put down the stud and then really push hard to get it to snap into place. So we're going to compare the real and the fake stud shooters. You can see them right here up close. If we can get it to focus, you'll get an idea of what they both look like compared. That's a really good look. You can see the stud on the left is a little bit more transparent. It's got a little bit more of a glow to it, I'd say, as compared to the one on the right, which is a little bit more dull. Again, shinier on the left, dull on the right. Got gray versus black as far as the top part here. Now we're going to shoot them off and give you an idea of how well each one performs. If we can get it to focus outward. There we go. And on the right, again, fake. On the left, real. And we're just going to shoot them at the same time here. 3, 2, 1. So they both shoot about the same. I will say, though, Legos is a lot easier to go ahead and replace. You can just, it fits right in nice and easy, as opposed to the fake one, which is a lot more difficult to get to go into place, and I've had a lot of trouble with. It just doesn't snap in correctly almost ever. It's really hard to get to go in there. You can see it took me a lot more effort there, as opposed to the genuine Lego version. Alright, so here we have the two actual transport ships in the set. The one on the right is fake. You can tell easily because it doesn't have the Lego logo on any of the parts. You can also kind of tell that the brick is a little bit duller colored as opposed to the Lego version, which is a little bit shinier, a little bit more reflective is the best way to put it. But as far as the build goes, they have completely copied everything. It looks exactly the same other than, some minute details that you might notice if you have a keen eye. Around back, you'll find they got the same grill pieces. It looks exactly the same. The stud shooters or the flick fire missiles on top are going to work exactly the same. They can spin all the way around. I guess it would be kind of cool to weigh the two. I don't have like a precise enough weight, but maybe for future episodes, or scale rather, maybe for future episodes, I'll get like a pretty, accurate scale, and you could weigh the two to basically find out whether or not Lego's plastic is heavier compared to the fake. I don't know. I think that would just be an interesting little bit to do. As far as the flick fire missiles here on the fake one, they do not work very easy. That's pretty sad. So that's the fake one. They also don't go back in that easily. I had a little trouble when I was building it. The real Lego version, that's going to flick out nice and easy. It's got kind of the nice preciseness to it that just makes Lego work so well. Again, just like we saw with the studs here, you can see with these cone pieces, the real Lego one is a little bit more transparent, a little bit shinier, as opposed to the duller look on the fake version. I know that might be a little bit hard to tell on camera. I think you can tell on camera, but you get the point. The rest of the design, again, exactly the same. As far as putting troops on the side here, it's going to be a breeze on both sets. Again, exactly the same. You can just see no LEGO logo here on the right versus LEGO logo on the left. And we'll get a troop from each, department in here. We get the fake one in, which again looks disgusting. That's the fake one. That looks pretty nasty. And if we pull his helmet off, you can see that's what his face looks like. And I guess I did forget to compare to the real face. That's what the real face looks like. So pretty close. You can see the fake one just a little bit thicker on a lot of the lines, and that's what makes it look so nasty. And then a little bit closer on the helmet even too. I didn't really get into this at the minifigure section, but yeah, the helmet looks a little bit different again, a little bit thicker on the lines, not as good with the coloration, kind of the shading of the colors on the fake version compared to the real version, but for the most part, the mold is exactly the same, just a little bit less shiny, I guess. And you get the fake one in there, you get a real one in on the other transport here, and both flaps will just close right up nice and snug onto the figure, and you get the idea here. They're literally exactly the same, barring, again, the few minor details. And wow, that's like pretty scary looking, how scarily similar they are. Another thing I will note of the building process is that when you're actually putting the pieces together, so like the LEGO pieces will snap into place. They'll make like this distinct, like maybe not a snap noise, but like you can feel, it feels good when you put them together, as opposed to the fake one. It's a little bit more of a rubbery, I know it's plastic, but bear with me here. It's a little bit more of a softer feel when you're putting the pieces together. I would say that the fake plastic is a little bit softer to the attachment of the bricks when that happens. I don't know how else to explain it. It just feels softer when you're attaching them. So here you can also pull out this little compartment here that has some studs inside. I'll give you a good look in there. Just studs. Pour those out. Again, fake studs on the right, real studs on the left, and you get a good idea of what I'm talking about with that different coloration on them. And it also does have the LEGO logo on the real ones, no LEGO logo on the fake ones. So you see the difference there. Pretty startling, honestly. Another thing to note about the fake ones is you'll find a lot more, predominance. I guess the right word is that they're more pronounced, is these like small dips left in the bricks from the molding process. So you'll find stuff like that throughout the fake ones, as opposed to LEGO where it's a little bit less predominant. You can see even here on the flap here, it's got this giant circle on it. That's pretty ugly looking. Another thing that's bad about the fakes. And here on the real one, we have, again, you find similar things on the LEGO ones. They're just a little bit less noticeable. They've kind of done a good job of making them as unnoticeable as possible, and you also definitely will not find anything on the flaps like you do on the fake one. So no giant circle at the top like you have on the fake one. That's really ugly looking. These are the fake ones, so they go in here. But overall, that is the fake transport. I figured I'd do these comparison videos and show you the fake ones. So the last part to these comparison videos is going to be me destroying the fake one, because obviously I don't really want to keep it, and I also don't want to sell it and put it back out into the world. I want to end its misery, put it out of its misery. So we are going to take the fake one out back right now, and we are going to completely destroy it. So one final look at the fake one before we take it out back and just blow it to smithereens somehow. I think I'm going to smash this one with a hammer. I think that's the most appropriate thing to do, but you can see the fake one again. Also, another thing to note, the hands are a little bit loose on the figures. I know this has been an experimental video, so please bear with me, but the hands are a little bit loose. The legs are also a little bit loose at times. I find that sometimes I can't quite get them to line up the way I want them to line up, and they'll just kind of be hard to get to stand up. I mean, it's not too terribly difficult, but it's just noticeable compared to the LEGO version. You can see here, even the print on this one's legs is just slightly off, and that's something you will seldomly find on a LEGO figure, so you can see the difference there. With how the print is just way off. It's like slanted, so you'll find that a lot on fakes too, I'm sure. So let's go ahead, take this puppy out back, and destroy it. Shut up, bird. Shut up. Be quiet. Silence. Anyway, that was a little bit more destructive than I had imagined in my head. It blew up a little bit more than I thought. And so we got a Stormtrooper, a fake Stormtrooper over here in the grass, but I honestly didn't think it would blow up that much. So we got quite a bit of carnage. I don't even know if it did any damage to the pieces. So let's see if we can find the impact area there. It doesn't even look like it damaged the pieces that much, which is kind of disappointing. Looks like we have some scrapes on the bottom side of these inverted tiles, but other than that, it looks like most of the pieces got out completely, if not, oh, looks like we have one cracked piece, so looks like this thing ain't going back together anytime soon. So now we have to find a way to just completely destroy these pieces. So here's a good view of all the carnage that has just occurred. I hope you enjoyed that little slow motion section where I basically destroyed everything that was left from that initial hammer hit. You can see this Stormtrooper's body has seen better days. These legs are completely mangled. Here's another one. Good one. Got his head flipped around now. Doesn't look like he took too much damage there. This torso over here is completely destroyed, barring the arm that survived. Looks like we got the biggest chunk of the set left right here. Let's see if we did any damage underneath. You can see it's got a, oh yeah, there you go. That's pretty nice. Looks like we just have some pieces strewn about. None of those over there really have much damage. This stud shooter, completely crushed. Seen better days. A lot of these pieces I just went ahead and completely destroyed as best I could. Those legs over there. Looks like we got a 1x4 tile over there that's destroyed. Let's see if we venture off into the grass here. We have a little piece that might have gotten away unscathed. This thing actually looks like it's, I don't know, took a little damage on the side there, but so that's the carnage right there. It looks like we actually have a Stormtrooper helmet that made its way over here near the trash can, and it has been cracked practically in half there. That's a good view of that one. So, thank you guys for watching this real versus fake LEGO Star Wars Imperial Stormtrooper Battle Pack. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to say about this set or the real LEGO set, leave in the comments section below, guys. I'll be doing more of these real versus fake videos, so if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section below. And thanks for viewing Hammer Time, brought to you by the Home Depot hammer that I've had since I was like 9. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. This piece here used to be a stud, and now it's a tile.